Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Alt Aegis, or just Aegis actually, and I'm going to bring you a game from the Collegiate Star League between the United States Military Academy at West Point and the United States Naval Academy at Annapolis. So let's get going. Down here in the bottom right hand corner of MLG's Antigua Shipyard, it is our blue Zerg player playing for Army. It's Chris. And in the top right hand corner, cross spawns only, our green Terran player playing for Navy, Dramen. Now, for those of you that don't know, there is a very long-standing rivalry between Army and Navy. I'm sure a lot of you are very familiar with that. I actually used to live at West Point, so I am very familiar with this, being an Army brat myself. So, ZVT though, or TVZ, however have you, this matchup's always very interesting. It's going to bring out a lot of things we could see out of our two players. You know, almost every style for Terran is viable in this matchup. Mech is very good. And I believe that this is before the patch. I could be wrong. This was played back in January. Or no, wait. This match was played in either January or February. Someone's pinging me. But apparently scouting here, and I don't know. But this map was played pre Queen buff, so Mech and Reactor Hellion is still very viable at this point. And I mean, we absolutely could see it. Gas going down for our Terran player right now. You can see right over here, and absolutely, this all leads to the proper timing for this. We do have a drone scout going out, going to the wrong position, and this is one thing players need to be aware of. However, our Zerg player did go for a 15 hatch, so yes, for a 15 hatch, so he will be able to get his economy up and rolling. But as I was saying, on this map, one of the things you need to do is know that it is forced cross spawns, because all tournaments and every player says that if you get close spawns, one player has a distinct advantage over another. And here we go, just a standard wall off out of our green Terran player, and getting his orbital on 16. Very smart. And gas and pool coming down for our Zerg player, so just getting up his defenses, getting ready to play, and oh, SCV getting away with his life. First Marine coming out, or second Marine coming out, I apologize. And it looks like he's just going to keep going Marines. He has got enough gas. Here's the second racks coming down. So, I mean, right now it's a 2 racks, but that could very easily change. Look like he's going to try and get this Overlord. Here's the factory coming down also, so we could see a lot of different things from this. I mean, you know, Terrans can move up and down very quickly and easily, but we do see our Zerg player just getting his queens out, getting 2 sets of lings, going up to a total of 4. This is incredibly standard. This is almost so standard it hurts. But this is early game TVZ, so we do see a reactor going down on this barracks, and we could see a tech switch with the factory going into that double Hellion. It's a little late for that though. Normally you want to have it out really quickly, and let's see what he decides to do. Going for 1 Hellion, so a tech lab reactor on these, and then a no add-on factory will lead to many things. But yeah, no second gas yet. Not that intriguing, but it is something to be aware of. Now, I like this, constantly injecting, keeping up with it. You know, not a whole lot of extra energy on these queens. This one, right as I say that, he does throw it down. And yeah, I like this. The creep spread between the hatcheries is connected. But here we go. Lots of roaches coming out. Ling speed also. I apologize for that. Ling speed coming out also with this, and Marauders and Hellions coming out. He did do the tech switch, so we are getting a lot up. Here's the command center for this expansion, but He has no idea anything's happening out on the field. But here come the first Hellions. Little late, I have to say. At this point, usually there's a couple queens. As you can see, the spine crawler and the Banelancer are going out. But he sees the roaches right now, so he's going to have to pull back and start pumping out those marauders. And it looks like that's what he's going to do. 2 marauders at a time is what he's going to be able to pump out at this rate. Stopping his Hellion production, though. But here are the roaches, and I don't know, this may be enough right here. It's going to come down to some solid position. Concussive Shell is finished for our Terran player, but Stim is not. SCVs and a mule being pulled to repair this depot, and it looks like he may have actually held it off. So Dramen is going to have to retreat, losing a couple. Oh, most of those roaches. Only 2 looks like are going to get away. And let's see what our Zerg player's response is, because our Terran player's response is going to be taken expansion. It looks like if he's, let's see if he's going to morph it here into an orbital command, or if he's going to fly it over first. Hellions moving down on the field, seeing if they can't do some counter damage. That was a lot put into that. A lot of drones were not made, but he is relatively saturated now. He does have the second gas, and going up to layer tech. So, you know, in this matchup, you can see a lot of different things, whether it's mutas, infestors, or someone who goes straight up to broodlords. Let's see, sniping that creep terminator, very well done. Just denying the creep, getting some map control, and he is going to pull back to these marauders for this anti-roach. So, you know, Terran's kind of saying it's my turn now to go after it, and yeah. So Antigua Shipyard, also very easy to get a third just because of the way it's shaped. It's kind of all concaved around, you can see. But here we go, Hellions on creep now. 1 roach being able to respond, but marauders do eat up roaches very quickly. Oh, spine crawler in a very good position. Yes, this A is before the queen buff, so these Hellions are going to do a ton of damage. Looks like he's sticking with that marauder. 1 Hellion also coming out, so looks like we're sticking to marauder Hellion. And this is really good, this early game style, before the queen buff, because, you know, Hellions will take care of drones and lings, and marauders will take care of roaches and spine crawlers. But we do see our Zerg player. But here we go, engagement, and nice micro on the Hellions, trying to keep the Hellions alive, but the marauders are going down. Lings get a good surround, and he has defended this successfully. As I was saying, though, Baneling nest out with Baneling speed researching and a spire going down. So we will be seeing some of this muta ling bling style for the mid game, which I like. It's very quick, particularly on this map. You're able to get in and out of places. Our Terran player is throwing down 2 more gases and an engineering bay. But here we have a little engagement in the middle. Marauders getting surrounded by speedlings, and they are not going to be able to survive, you know, without medevacs yet. And, you know, just more stuff for the Terran is dying. I do want to point out that there is no starport on the way for our Zerg player. So, 2 bunkers going down for our Terran player. No starport. So, you know, you can't get the medevacs are really good. I know I kind of sound stupid saying this, but they are in a lot of 14 Banelings coming out in the center here. Looks like he's going to try and go for this Baneling Roach bust into our Terran player's front, and oh, they're speed Banelings too. This may work. I do want to point out, I'm not actually sure if the roaches have speed. I should know these things. Yes, the roaches do have speed, so these are speed roaches and speedlings. Looks like he's going to show, I don't know what he's just going to show everything first, and Baneling's trying to get around, but they're not connecting as well as they need to. First bunker goes down, second one goes down right after it. SCV's being pulled. Roaches are holding off a good deal. There are some Marauders and Marines holding them back. Chris is trying to pull back with these roaches, but looks like that was successfully held is a interesting way of putting it. +1 weapons coming down, infantry weapons for our Terran player, and 2 missile turrets coming down, as well as 4 mutas coming out, and there are already 5 on the field. So going up to 9 mutas, and that's going to be very rough to defend, particularly with all of these Marauders and Hellions. That's a great read. He is throwing down a couple missile turrets. did he see the spire? He did see the spire, so that's why he's doing this. But Muta's coming in the back, and let's see if they get anything. There's a nice missile turret placement here. These 2 missile turrets going to be able to hold off a lot. Looks like our Zerg player is just going to go for the supply depots and trying to get the bounce onto some of the... Oh, one Muta brought down to low health by this missile turret. Way too many SCVs pulled to get this. A couple good volleys off, but nice micro out of Chris. Very well done. And let's see if he can't grab a couple. But it looks like one Muta is going to go down. And check. 10 workers killed total. I do want to point out, not just with those Mutas. So, getting his 3rd base up, though, is our Zerg player, and he is ahead on supplies at 102, while our Terran player from Navy is at 71 supply. He is also supply blocked due to that solid Muta harass out of Chris. Let's see here. Looks like he's got a couple more Mutas, so he's going to go up to 16 Mutas and 14 Lings. This is a lot of Mutas. This is a good amount of Mutas. A lot is a very not true way of saying that. So let's see. There are no more Mutas in the red. There are 2 Mutas in the orange, 1 in the yellow, and the rest are in the green health range. And he's going to spot this going down. He also sees the 3rd command center going down. Can he snipe it before it gets a cancel? And I don't know. Let's see. No cancel going down. That is a huge waste of investment from our Terran player. And that may have just hurt him a lot. Missile turrets going down. Can't be repaired in time. And there's just a lot. Couple Mutas being lost, but I think this may be the game ender for our Zerg player. Doing very well and trying to get it. Let's see, can he get it? Killing a lot of SCVs, going up to 18 SCV kills. And production just keep going with the Mutas, and there's only so much a Terran player can do at this point. He lost a command center. There is 1 medevac out on the field, and that's not going to be enough against how many? We're at 16 Mutas with 6 more on the way, going up to 22 Mutas. That is a lot of Mutas. We are at 20 right now, as a couple of those just popped. All going to meet up in the center, and this Mutaflock is extremely dangerous. If played wrong, this will hurt our Terran player a lot. He is trying to expand really hard, and I don't know if this is the time to expand. Our Zerg player is floating a lot of money. Our Terran player is floating some, but not as much. And I don't know. I think unless he went into more medevac heavy production, I do not believe that the starport does not have a reactor on it. That is in fact a mistake. And Muta is just going to start destroying everything. Looks like he's going to keep going with these Mutas. He has 24, going up to 26 Mutas. And 26 Mutas is a scary number. A couple more arriving right now. And he's just going to keep going with these Mutas. He needs to target down those missile turrets, though, seeing as these are the only things that can really seriously harm him right now. There's a missile turret being constructed on the left. It will get off a couple shots, but I mean, the production out of Chris is just solid. There's the GG. And that is the game. So, our first game of the evening going to USMA, the United States Military Academy at West Point. Very well done. My name is Aegis.